Hello everyone. Today we are going to cover up two topics: coenzymes of vitamins and building blocks of lipids, that is simple fatty acids, glycerol and cholesterol. So let's start. First, we will take up vitamins and coenzymes. So, to perform activity, some enzymes require small organic molecules known as coenzymes. These molecules are derived from vitamin precursors which belong to the group of B complex. Following table lists 5 vitamins, their coenzyme products and the enzyme reactions they facilitate. So we are going to discuss them in detail. Vitamin thiamine has the coenzyme form thiamine pyrophosphate, and the enzyme catalyzed reaction is decarboxylase reaction. Decarboxylase reaction removes the carboxyl group and releases carbon dioxide. Next is niacin. So niacin has the coenzyme form nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, that is NAD plus, and nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, that is NADP plus. Enzyme catalyzed reaction is dehydrogenase reaction, in which the dehydrogenases oxidize a substrate by transferring hydrogen to an electron acceptor, common electron acceptors being NAD plus or FAD. Riboflavin vitamin has the coenzyme form FAD, that is flavin adenine dinucleotide, and the enzyme catalyzed reaction is oxidase reaction. An oxidase is an enzyme that catalyzes an oxidation reduction reaction, especially one involving dioxygen as the electron acceptor. In reactions involving donation of a hydrogen atom, oxygen is reduced to water or hydrogen peroxide. Next vitamin is pantothenic acid, in which the coenzyme form is coenzyme A, and the enzyme catalyzed reaction is acyl transfer reaction. The acyl transfer reaction consists of two reactants, an acylating agent and a nucleophile. The rate of reaction is dependent on the acylating agent and the nucleophile. Next is pyridoxine, in which the coenzyme form is pyridoxal phosphate, and the enzyme catalyzed reaction is transaminase reaction. Transaminases or aminotransferases are enzymes that catalyze a transamination reaction between an amino acid and an keto acid. They are important in the synthesis of amino acids which form proteins. Now, let us look at the building blocks of lipids, that is simple fatty acids, glycerol and cholesterols. So, lipids are important constituents of biological membranes, and they are generally sparingly soluble in water but are readily soluble in organic solvents such as chloroform, and therefore they can be easily separated from other water-soluble biomolecules. Some of the important building blocks of larger lipids are the long chain of hydrocarbons containing fatty acids, glycerol, and cholesterol. Fatty acids can be stearic acid and oleic acid, and cholesterol is present in animal cell membrane. Steroids are a special group of lipids which is derived from cholesterol, that is the most abundant steroid in animals. These molecules include the steroid hormones that is estrogens and androgens or testosterone, or other molecules which act as growth factors and immunosuppressive factors, that is cortisol. Refer to the diagrams for the structures of simple fatty acids, glycerol and cholesterol. Now, let us look at the chemical properties of lipids. Building blocks of lipids show various types of reactivities of ester linkage and the degree of unsaturation of hydrocarbon chain. First is hydrolysis. The enzyme lipases hydrolyze the fats and yields fatty acids and glycerol. Next is saponification. Saponification is hydrolysis of fat by alkali. This reaction results in the formation of glycerol and salts of fatty acids, which is known as soap. The soaps are of two types, hard soaps and soft soaps. Hard soaps are common bar soap, which are sodium salts of higher fatty acids, while soft soaps are potassium salts of higher fatty acids available as semi-solid paste. Next is hydrogenation, in which the unsaturated fatty acids react with the hydrogen gas and yield saturated fatty acids, that is the solid fat. In this reaction, nickel is used as catalyst. Next property is halogenation, in which unsaturated fatty acids and their esters take up halogens. For example, iodine or bromine at their double bond and colored solution of bromine water is decolorized. Another is dehydration or acrolein test. When glycerol, which is a complex of triglycerides and phospholipids, is heated with a dehydrating agent like sodium or potassium hydrogen sulfate, it is dehydrated to an unsaturated aldehyde called acrolein. Acrolein imparts pungent smell. Therefore, this is used to test the presence of glycerol in fats. So that's all about lipids. Thank you.